everybody!
Hi, everyone.
How's it going?
Welcome to a very special edition of End of the Week. Duncan and I are in the same room. Not only the same room, but the same car.
Not even a room.
Not even a room. We're in the back of Duncan's van in a parking lot. This is the Bang Bus edition of End of the Week. No, just kidding. Duncan was in town, but we got a short amount of time, and we didn't feel like setting up a whole studio in either of our rooms, so we decided that the back of his van would probably work just fine. Duncan's going to be mucking a McChicken, so if you thought the audio sounded bad now, oh boy, he needs to eat his meat and protein there and get his
I'm a hungry boy.
Get his nutrition for the day. So Duncan, what happened?
The fuck's been up?
That's apologies for lack of an episode last month. Again, there was an issue with Audacity that I think I've resolved. We'll figure that out
hopefully
next month, I guess, when we inevitably record the next installment. But we're kind of just thankfully all this is being recorded to Duncan's computer, so he'll be able to edit it and get it up on time. But other than that, nothing else has happened really this month. Went to Ottawa. It was all right. I think a week might have been. A week would have been fine, I think, if we did more, But we really just kind of stayed in one spot because neither of the people I was going with had a car, and we took the train to get up there, so transportation was kind of limited. Like, not like we were gonna Uber everywhere, because that would have been like
that'd be expensive.
That would have been, we Ubered twice to get to and from the train station. That's that's all we Ubered for. 3 times actually, because we had to go get. We got to get Keegan home from work because he fell ill. So we walked there and then we Ubered back. I don't know. Anyway, but other than that, no, my month's been all right. Bought some albums. Nothing I was really, missing. Nothing I was really like, that was new or anything. It was more just kind of stuff that I wanted to own on vinyl. But how about you? What have you been up to? Swallow your fucking McChicken. Jesus Christ.
Let me eat here.
Finish your food there. Oh, please don't do that. Oh, please don't do that.
I've been up to, playing, I've been playing some gigs recently.
Yeah, we had a show last night. We were recording this on the 16th of March, by the way. So
yes.
Duncan had a show last night.
I did have a show last night. I had a show on March 5th as well, I believe. And then I have 2 more shows this month. I have one in Ajax on the 29th and then one in St. Catharines on the 31st.
All right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And then for April, I think I'm playing in Toronto on the 5th, and there's one other show that I'm
just looking
on right now.
I'm just looking around because this is kind of sus. We're literally in a parking lot. We're sitting in the back. It's smoky in here. It looks like we're just straight up hotboxing this car. I'm straight up, I'm afraid an old lady's gonna see us and call the cops. Like,
there's some gentlemen smoking reefer in that van.
They're smoking the wacky tobacco.
No, all right. Well,
some jazz cigarettes.
So you got some shows lined up, and you just played some shows. All right.
I got some shows lined up. I'm working on some songs and stuff like that. I'm working on hopefully getting an album out at some point in the summer.
Oh, neat.
If not the fall.
Neat. That'd be sick. Yeah, I haven't really been doing much. Just looking for work. Just looking for work and at home, kind of just doing my own thing. It's pretty boring, Coburg still kind of sucks, and I'm in a weird spot right now where I'm broke, a little bit broke, and it's difficult to kind of find work, but because like Dollarama, the hours are dog shit right now. I don't know what's going on. But I can't control it. We just got a new manager. It's a thing. It's a whole fucking
Oh God.
thing. It's a whole
saga.
It's a whole ordeal. Yeah. But I've just been chilling. Just been doing my own thing. Kind of working. I'm honored the City of Leeches picked my my design that I did for them, and that is now their profile picture on Facebook.
Oh, wonderful.
I feel honored. So shout out to Dawson and Kyle and Caleb. That was real nice of you boys. Hope to see you guys play again live soon because you guys are insane live. Other than that, you want to get into music picks this week?
Yeah, sure. We'll get into music
this month.
This past 2-3 months now.
Past couple of months. I didn't mean to open up Siri. I meant to open up my phone. I don't even remember who went first last time we recorded.
I think I went first, so you go first.
I will go first. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
No.
I'll start off. Mac DeMarco put out a new song.
I heard.
He's got an album coming out in October. The song is called Nobody. The album's called Here Comes the Cowboy. It's not out yet, but the only song we've heard so far is Nobody, and the music video is fucking whack. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
So it's Mac DeMarco and some really shitty lizard Halloween makeup. So he looks like a reptile, and he's wearing a fucking cowboy hat, and he's smoking a cigar in front of a green screen.
That sounds like the most Mac DeMarco thing I've ever heard of.
And the song, like, the lyrics kind of sound like he's talking about maybe being burnt out on the whole fame thing. That's the way I'm interpreting it. That's how it sounds to me. He goes, like, you know, there's no turning back to nobody. There's no second chance, no third degree. That's, like, pretty much the, I suppose you'd call it the chorus, right, of the song. It's an interesting little ditty. I like it. It's very relaxed. Mac DeMarco sort of found a new style of music that he really started with on This Old Dog, which was his last album. It's a lot more of a matured, relaxed tone than his more juvenile, sort of upbeat, poppy things that he did on, you know, his previous albums. But I like it. I'm excited to see how the rest of the album plays out. Next up, kind of a maybe a surprise. Enema of the State by Blink-182.
Oh, fuck.
Because in Ottawa, Sam and I just fucking, like, Sam just really started, like, we just were listening to Blink-182, like, every day, and Enema of the State is, like, it's really their greatest hits ever album, you know, it's really, like, you know.
Yeah. There are people that argue the self-titled album well.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe. I think I feel like there's more hits on Enema of the State.
It's a difference in terms of style because, like, Enema of the State was the classic pop punk
right
feel, and then self-titles when they started going for that sort of emo sound.
Yeah, but, like, you got I'm telling you, you got tracks like Adam's Song, you got tracks like All the Small Things, What's My Age Again, Aliens, like, dude, this is their greatest hits album. I don't care what anyone else tells me. It's like, you know, solid pop punk album. Not much more I can say about it, really. Other than I never really listened to Blink-182. Now I am, and, like, you know, all the stuff, all their stuff's pretty good. Most of their stuff's pretty good. I shouldn't say all their stuff. Most of their stuff is pretty good pop punk. I got 2 more. I think we're due 4 now, right? I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah, do it.
This is a relatively new format still for us, right? So, what else?
Take your time. I'm looking up
you're
mine
looking,
as
you're
well.
looking at your recent too. An album called Aleph by an artist named Gesaffelstein, and it is like a it's a techno album. It's a really dark sort of techno album. Gesaffelstein has done production for The Weeknd and a couple of Kanye West songs as well. Sort of dark but very, like, I don't know a better way to describe it other than, like, maybe sexual kind of sounding music. It's really sort of I don't know. It's fucked up, but I love it. Like, some of the tracks on this album, like Pursuit and Destinations, just really, like, they're really sort of like dancey tracks, but they're not like the kind of things you'd imagine hearing at, like, a festival. It's not the kind of EDM that I think a lot of people can get into.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very it's a very niche sort of type of dance music, but at the same time takes many elements from pop and other forms of EDM that are, you know, more popular. Like, he's crazy. Gesaffelstein's just nuts. So yeah, go give Aleph, or Alep, I don't know how you pronounce it, Aleph. Go give that a listen. Great album. And then I got one more. Thank God you went away from the mic, although I think it still picked it up.
It most certainly
Oh, it
picked it up.
absolutely did. Last album I want to talk about is The Manson Family by a band called Heart Attack Man, who it's weird how I find out about new music. I was just on Twitter, and Anthony Fantano retweeted something that
The Melon
retweeted something that this band made. It was like a fake review of their upcoming album. I'm going through puberty 3 here.
Oh no!
The
The third one, the reckoning.
The fucking. So the album's called Heart Attack. The album's called The Manson Family, and it's just it's good rock music. It's that hipster fucking Urban Outfitters ass rock music that you hear everywhere now. But it's heavy. It's heavy. It's really
Nice.
It's cool. I think you'd like it. I think if you gave Heart Attack Man a listen, you'd probably like them a lot. They got a new album coming out. I don't really know much about the band, but I've been listening to the Manson Family a lot. First track, Burn Down the Mall, is it's just really fucking good. I'm kind of losing my mind this month. I'm having a hard time like describing shit, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like that's everybody lately. It's just
been
been
draining.
like the winter this year just was so shitty for a lot of people.
We got
that
some
it's
blue
been,
skies
like,
coming out now, so finally.
Oh.
And then a massive fucking gray cloud, which scares me. It's right above me, man. Anyway, but yeah, Heart Attack Man, the Manson Family. Go give that a look if you still have a thing for rock music that isn't
Check it out.
Greta Van Fleet. Anyway, but
Oh
yeah,
my
that's about it. About it for me.
Yeah.
This month.
We have Greta Van Fleet shirts at work.
Of course you do.
I have not seen one get sold yet.
No, because you know why? Here's the fucking deal. Greta Van Fleet is just Led Zeppelin, but they're more unoriginal than Led Zeppelin. I don't really like Greta Van Fleet, I'll be honest with
I'm
you.
not a huge Greta
when
Van Fleet fan.
When they
Mm.
dropped that initial EP, I thought it was cool, and I
Mhm.
really liked them. Now, after hearing that album they just put out, I'm like, okay, these guys are just ripping off Led Zeppelin. That's all they're doing. It's just a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
They're just ripping off
something
Led Zeppelin.
something that my digital tech teacher was talking about. It's just like I respect Greta Van Fleet as musicians in terms of like technically awesome. The reason that it doesn't feel as good as like a Led Zeppelin is because it's too clean. It's too
clean?
polished.
Maybe.
It's produced too well because it's done with modern producing and with modern equipment, so it doesn't have that sort of
Yeah.
staticky, grainy feel to it and
Yeah,
that dirty
well.
feel to it that Zeppelin had.
Yeah, I'd say that, and a lot of the musicians don't necessarily have the chops to compete with, fucking Jimmy Page or, even John Bonham, who's like
Yeah.
seen as one of the greatest fucking drummers of all time. That drummer of theirs is no fucking John Bonham
Yeah,
by
he
any
keeps a beat.
by
but-
any stretch of the imagination. Like Bonham was a fucking animal, but I digress. Let's move on. What do you got this month for music picks?
So I've been listening to Nine Inch Nails a good bit lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna pimp out their album With Teeth.
I heard about With Teeth.
With Teeth is it's after Downward Spiral.
Okay.
So it actually came out in like 2005.
All right.
And it's a pretty kick-ass album.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs on it is The Hand That Feeds, which I think was one of the lead singles.
Yeah.
And then another one is Every Day Is Exactly the Same.
I'm sure that's gonna fuck up the audio if I hold it like that. But yeah, okay, cool.
But yeah, I've been listening to a good bit of Nine Inch Nails recently. Just been on this industrial kick a bit because I have some MIDI and synth projects that I need to get
just looking
done.
for
So
some inspiration.
I'm looking for some inspiration because I'm like, this is not my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really a huge Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor.
It's an
kind of fan.
acquired taste.
Not
like
even
you
that.
Need
I
to,
just haven't sat through their entire discography. Like I like that music,
Yeah.
but what's the album with had like a whole?
Oh, Pretty Hate Machine.
That's the only Nine Inch Nails album I
yeah,
own,
that was
right?
like their first big album.
Yeah, it's the only one I own, and that's about as deep into
And it's a
Nine Inch Nails
solid
as I know.
album.
And it's a great album,
It's
but
a solid album.
it definitely like shows its age.
Mm-hmm.
now.
It does.
Especially, I know Nine Inch Nails does some crazier shit now. I have heard bits and pieces of Trent Reznor's later work and stuff.
The new stuff that's just recently came out
is insane.
Is
Like
really
that
good.
guy's a fucking like
Mastermind.
machine. He's like insane with coming up with these insane ass like beats and rhythms and stuff like that. It's just he's nuts, Trent Reznor. But as far as I know with as far as I go with Nine Inch Nails, it's just been Pretty Hate Machine because it was the only one that I sort of gravitated towards. It was their first album. I thought, oh, maybe I'll get into Nine Inch Nails, and I never really did. But
it's very like that classic industrial type of feel instead of what Trent Reznor turned Nine Inch Nails into, which is still industrial, but
Yeah.
it's feels like it's something else. It feels like it's something bigger and a bit more out there.
Yeah, right.
My next album is Perpetual Motion People by Ezra Furman.
Fuck, she's windy out there, eh?
She is windy.
Hopefully that's not picking up.
Yeah, it's probably picking up a little. It's
All right.
okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, so this album, Perpetual Motion People, it's sort of like it's weird artsy indie rock type stuff. I found it while Morgan and I were watching this show called Sex Education on Netflix. Really fucking funny show. Definitely 10 out of 10. Go watch.
Go 10 out of 10 that show, boys.
Go 10 out of 10 that show.
Go
It's
10 out
a
of 10
good
that show.
British boy show.
Ooh.
BBC.
BBC.
British boy gal show.
Good old BBC kind of show. Big black cock. All right, go on.
But yeah, some of the music in it is done by Ezra Furman to the point where him and his band actually have like a role in the show. They play because they have like this whole semi-formal dance scene. It's like a high school show.
Yeah, I've seen trailers for it. I never really.
Yeah,
paid
it's
much
pretty
attention.
good. But yeah, during that semi-formal, like him and his band are literally on stage playing the show.
Move away from the mic so I can inhale.
But yeah, definitely
Chocolate rain.
definitely a solid album. I love Haunted Head and what was the other one? Potholes is a good song.
All right, I'll give him a listen. What's the band called again?
Ezra Furman.
Just Ezra Furman. Just that's
Ezra
the, That's the
Furman.
guy. All right.
That's the fella.
That's the fella, Ezra Furman. I'll give his stuff a look.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, so I'm trying to find some music here. Oh, fuck, this guy. I found this guy called Grandson the other day. Grandson. So he's from Toronto. The rest of his band, I think, is from LA. So, like, he's a Toronto... It's like a Toronto, U.S.-based band.
Toronto mans with some LA homies on the side.
Yeah.
Some LA shorties.
All right.
But it's like this bluesy rock rap type stuff that's, like, really fucking solid. Really fucking solid.
Oh, no, it's just homie in a fucking flannel over here.
You know, just flannel boys.
Flannel boys out here. All right.
But he has this cover of a Bob Marley song called War.
Yeah.
That's really kick-ass.
Grandson.
Nice
name.
Yeah, check it out. His song 6 O'Clock is one of my favorites
Okay.
as well.
All right.
And fourth one, I'm going to go with... You know what? I'm playing with this guy in April.
Okay.
His name is Greg Reckis.
Greg Reckis?
Greg Reckis.
Greg Reckis.
Which is weird. I actually ended up booking 2 shows with this guy.
Okay.
In the same week.
Okay.
So I'm playing in Ajax with him one night and in Toronto with him another night.
All right.
But, yeah, because Wayne asked me to play a show with him. And I'm just like, yeah, sure, of course.
Shout out to Wayne Kennedy. Keeping my homie employed here.
The Wayne man's getting me them shows.
That's awesome.
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
But yeah, so I went and started listening to this guy's music, and it is really kick-ass acoustic punk.
There you go.
And folk punk stuff.
There you go.
It's he has some stuff that's a bit more like full band oriented, that has like, you know, some bass, some electric, some,
you know, full band.
Yeah, some full band.
You know,
and then he's got
band.
like some truly like solo albums as well that are, you know, just him and his guitar and shit. But yeah, I think those are my picks for the month. I definitely recommend checking them out. In fact, we will have a Spotify playlist set up for you.
Have you gotten around to doing that yet?
Not for this month. I did it for last month. For the last one.
I couldn't. Apple Music's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not a lot of. There's some, you know, there's some stuff that just can't be put on an Apple Music playlist, and some stuff that can, right? It's like streaming services are so.
Oh my god.
So hit or miss with shit.
Streaming
it's
services, right? There's a whole thing fucking now, because the U.S. has a whole modernization of music act going through.
All right.
Which essentially is just supposed to up the amount of royalties that artists get paid.
Okay.
For streams. Spotify and Amazon are going to court to fight it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as much as a consumer, I love Spotify. I think it's a great
That's gross.
product.
What are you doing? These people need to eat,
as
eh?
an artist, fuck you, Spotify.
Yeah, these people gotta eat. Like, come on.
Yeah, because we currently make 0.003 cents for every stream. And I mean,
so
like, the
bad.
Modernization of Music Act was just going to up it to 0.004.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Not even a whole fucking
Not even
cent.
a whole
Oh my
cent.
god, that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
At least from what I've seen, I need to do some more digging into it for sure. But yeah, no.
Going to court over like 0.001 cent.
Spotify and Amazon are fighting it, and now I think Google's hopped on it as well.
Yeah, you got Apple. They make enough money.
Apple, yeah, exactly. That's the only reason that Apple isn't going to fight
Who knows?
it
They
because
could
they're
hop on.
making
They
enough
could
money.
hop on.
They may hop on it, but I think they got enough flack for paying artists when Taylor Swift held all of her stuff off of the platform when it first launched because they were screwing over artists even worse than Spotify is.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you got to have multiple revenue streams, everybody.
This is why I just buy my music physically. For the most part, I
Yeah.
stream, but like if I can, I will always try to buy an album that I really like.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that like physical sales are back up, which is awesome.
That's always great, eh?
Yeah, it's
Especially,
nice. CD sales are up.
Just in
Vinyl
time.
sales.
Just in time for Record Store Day,
Yeah,
which is next
exactly.
month. What day is it today? The 16th? Record Store Day is on April 13th next month. It's a little earlier than they usually do.
Give me uno momento.
What do you-
I'm just gonna close this window here. It's chilly.
It is kind of cold. Reminder, we're recording in Duncan's car. This is a new thing. There we go, window closed.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to talk about Record Store picks. That was
Talk
what that
about
whole,
it.
That's what that whole segue was. The list for Record Store Day came out a couple days ago, and
It's got some good picks.
I only saw one album.
You only saw one
I
album?
only saw one album that I know I'd want to own because like everything else is kind of, yeah, you're gonna get some really limited edition like once in a lifetime opportunity albums. There's just one that I want, and it's the fucking Death Grips mixtape.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
every time Death Grips does a Record Store Day release, it always sells out, and it always gets upsold tremendously in the resale market,
Aftermarket,
in
yeah.
the aftermarket. So they released their second album, Government Plates, as a Record Store Day exclusive vinyl, limited to, I think it was something like 700 copies worldwide for the vinyl record
Fuck
version
off.
of their second album, right? Now, I don't know why they did this.
Mhm.
I know that they released that album. I'm pretty sure that is the album that they released without the consent of their label, which led them to be dropped.
Yeah.
Or no, I might be No Love Deep Web, but Government Plates was their second album, and second or third. I've been out of the Death Grips loop for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that album got released on Record Store Day, and it was cool because the cover is a license plate.
Yeah,
The
and that's the one that had the literal
California
license
exempt license
yeah.
plate that said death on it, and it came with a legitimate license plate that said
So
CA
death.
exempt death.
Yeah.
And nowadays, if you want to pick up a copy, depending on condition, you can pay anywhere from $400 to $800.
Yeah.
I went on eBay the other day.
Oof.
I went on eBay the other day. Someone had a brand new copy. They wanted 700 Australian dollars, which is something like 800 Canadian, which is just insane
Yeah,
to
it's-
me that they haven't reissued it. It'll probably never get reissued
Yeah,
because
probably
Death
not.
Grips is such a fucking meme, and they know that their fans are like the hype beasts of the music world. They really are. It's like they're just some insane fucking people, and like yeah, Death Grips fans have to be like the Rick and Morty fans of the fucking music world. They really are. They're kind of bad. We're
Oh
not
my
all
god,
bad.
did you hear about Rick and Morty news?
We're not all bad. But they released so anyway, they released that album limited edition for Record Store Day, and it's like one of the most expensive things that I've
yeah.
always wanted to own, but I've only
That's it.
seen
That's one of the ones that is just like once you have everything else in your life comfortable and set, that's like your holy
that's
grail.
my holy grail. By the time I make that much money, it'll probably be $10,000.
Probably.
Who knows? Anyway, the only time I've seen a copy in person was Cops Records on Bloor had a copy,
Yeah.
and they had it framed on the wall, and they
Yeah.
wanted $400 for it.
Yeah.
And I would, or maybe it was less. I don't remember. I would buy it. If I
It was
made,
a good penny.
If I made that per hour, I would totally buy that. If I had $300 or $400 in fuck you money, I totally would buy that album, but I didn't. Been tempted to buy a bootleg copy though, because bootleg copies are all over the place. People,
I can
you know, like
imagine.
an authentic copy, yeah, you know, bootleg copies are so much more common on eBay. Hell, even of their first mixtape, which apparently got an official release, but it was even more limited than even government plates. So copies of that go for like $1,000, right? But bootleg copies are like $30, $40. I'm looking into getting bootleg copies, but right before they released,
I'm looking at the list for Recordstore
right
Day, by the
before they
way.
released, I think it was Year of the Snitch, which is the album that came out it might have been Year of the Snitch, or it might have been Bottomless Pit. They put out a mixtape called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Gabber Mega Mix 2016. So yes, this would have been before Bottomless Pit.
Hey, you know what album I just found that I know you're gonna want on
What?
vinyl?
What?
The Fall
The Fall.
by Gorillaz.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Oh, what? That's getting released on Recordstore.
That's getting released on
I
Recordstore
gave
Day.
it a skim. I saw the fucking Death Grips album getting released. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe. I don't really know. That was like their turning point. That's when things took a shit for the
To go.
Gorillaz there. But if that's getting an album release, then maybe I'll get it.
One that I am looking at is the Green Day 1994 Woodstock.
Hey Duncan, you want to do Recordstore Day this year?
Maybe.
You wanna?
I don't have that much money.
I'll take the train down to the city.
You want to? Oh, you know what? There's this awesome record store in Hamilton.
Yeah, even still, I wanted to kind of go to Sonic Boom.
Yeah,
'cause
I
it's-
figured you wanna go to
It's
Sonic
kind of not.
Boom.
Well, you know what? Here's the deal with Sonic Boom. I went last year on Recordstore Day, and
You got a bunch of free shit as well
we
as
got there.
buying.
We got there an hour to open, and I still managed to get. Well, I only wanted like 2 albums anyway, right? That's kind of how I am this year, but it's a little different because the albums that I want are probably more coveted than the albums that I ended up wanting last year and ended up getting last year. So, yeah, my Recordstore Day picks. Well, I just really kind of have one. I guess now The Fall is probably on that list. I'd buy that for the meme.
Yeah, exactly.
The Fall, and they're releasing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Gabber Mega Mix 2016 on vinyl, limited to like 3,500 copies, which is significantly better than 700.
Ooh, maybe I should get Monty Python's Life of Brian.
The soundtrack on vinyl? Huh.
I don't know if it's the soundtrack or what's up with it. I just see it there and I'm like,
I
that'd be
don't know.
fun for the joke.
I don't know. Recordstore Day, Recordstore Day is neat. Some record stores don't even participate
Yeah.
because they don't like the idea of these like manufactured bullshit collectibles that are like, you know, forcing people to go to record stores and spend money. Like every day is Recordstore Day to these people.
Which I can understand.
Oh yeah, I totally get behind that. But
no, the big release that I saw that I went, okay, I want that is the Green Day one, and then My Chemical Romance is putting out The Black Parade is Dead on special edition.
What's The Black Parade is Dead?
That was the final live show that they did for the Black Parade era, live in Mexico City with a huge sold out arena. They played the entire album front to back, all live.
Nice. All right,
Yeah.
that's wicked. So yeah, maybe we'll do Recordstore this day. Let's
Maybe.
figure that out. Let's try to plan that because I wanted to go with my girlfriend, but it's a matter of paying for her train ticket too.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
money that I'd rather spend on records. Love you, Emma, but you know, man, got
Broke a boy.
I got priorities.
Yeah.
I got priorities. Anyway, I would definitely just a family walking past the van. I would definitely go to Recordstore Day with a friend that I know also has the appreciation of owning music physically. Because I went with Emma last year, and she was kind of bored out of her skull.
Yeah.
Like, we stood outside of Sonic Boom at 9 a.m. The store opens at 10, and we were like, it was a pretty long line. We were probably halfway down the line. Recordstore, it's crazy. I was shocked. I thought we'd be further down the line, but surprisingly,
13th.
Surprisingly, we were like halfway in the line, and it was a big line, but like we managed to get in. I managed to get what I wanted. I would fucking love to get there at like 8 o'clock and wait in line for 2 hours. I'm down. I'm down to experience that whole thing.
So April 13th, Yeah, if you wanted to come out the night before, crash at my place, and then we drive out.
Do an early start, eh?
Yeah.
We should go at like 5 a.m. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Let's go at 5
Bring
a.m.
tents.
I'm not even kidding.
Bring
Right.
a thermos.
Go. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. It's what we're gonna do, Duncan. It's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Record Store Day 20.
We're pathetic.
Record Store 2019. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be me and Duncan. Well, maybe we'll make a vlog out of it. That'd be
Maybe.
neat. That'd be neat. hopefully.
I'll yeah, I work tomorrow, so I could go into work and basically say I can't.
Yeah, man.
open
I'll
that
go,
day.
I'll go book off at 12. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
let's make an adventure out of it. Let's make an
Let's do
adventure
it.
out of it.
Let's do it.
If you come and pick me up from Coburg, I will pay you for gas because I'd much rather pay for gas than have you have to fucking take the train. Oh my god. Anyway, all right. Yeah, Record Store Day is happening then. Let's make Record Store Day happen. Here,
We'll make
shake on
Record
it.
Store Day
Shake on it.
happen.
We're gonna make Record Store Day happen.
You'll hear from us.
All right. Record Store Day picks. Yeah. So the fall has to fucking get purchased,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Looks like I'm putting this $170 that I just made on hold.
on hold. Nah, man. I'm not even really
I'm
gonna
putting
spend.
it aside.
I'm not even really.
I
Gonna
don't.
Spend that much.
I'm gonna try not to spend that much. Again, the only two that I want are that Green Day album, that My Chem album.
I went crazy last year because I hit
Dude,
up all the stores,
We
right?
fucking went crazy
That one time.
that
I got
one
all-
time
I
for
got
Luis Miguel.
Luis Miguel. I don't even remember what albums I got that day.
I know. You got a Mars Volta album. I'm
No,
pretty sure.
it wasn't a Mars
No.
Volta. It was one of their side projects, but I was still
Yes.
kind of stoked to have it because those guys like never re-release any of their albums on vinyl.
Mhm.
So
I
it
know
was-
you had.
I got
you had a Sleep album in your hand, but
yeah,
then you
I was
decided
gonna
not
buy.
to.
I was gonna buy Dope Smoker and I put
Yes.
it down. I might buy it again soon because that's a really fucking solid album. There, it's like
Mhm.
one song, but it's an hour long. So it's essentially like it's a bunch of songs, but it's one recorded piece. It's like
Yeah.
you know, the hour-long epic that is Dope Smoker. It's a cool album. Yeah. Last time that I went with you, I spent something like $200. I don't even remember.
can't
I don't
do that
even
again.
remember. No, I'm not doing that
We
again.
can't
I'm
do
not
that
made of
again.
money. My budget is probably like $50. I'm buying two
Tops.
albums. I'm buying 2 albums. We'll go get lunch and we'll get out of there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, I went with Emma. We went to Cops. We went to Short Stack, which is in the black market, and I love that place because he
Yeah.
always gets really rare stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets a lot. Like I follow him on Instagram, and he gets like copies of like. Would you believe that the Social Network soundtrack on vinyl is a $400 LP?
Dude, it's Trent Reznor.
It's
Of
Trent
course
Reznor.
I do.
I forgot. It's Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor.
I'm gonna look and see what shit that this guy usually stocks because like Short Stack Records is great. This
Mhm.
guy has like limited edition pressings of that. Are We Not Men?
Yeah.
By Devo. He has this like 70s pressing of. He just gets everything. He got the Third Man Records pressing of Captain Beefheart's fish mask replica.
Yeah.
That came with like the tote bag and the paper mask, and he has like a complete copy. I don't know how much. He never includes prices.
Yeah, no.
So you kind of have to go into the store and see how much he wants. But Short Stack is a really cool store. Sonic Boom, that's like
Oh, yeah.
that's like the mecca for Toronto record stores. It's probably the biggest. It's definitely the biggest in the city. I think it's a great store though too.
Mhm.
But Cops might be my favorite still. I think.
Yeah. There was this one across from Duffy's where I was playing last night called Dead Dog Records.
Dead Dog Record. I've never heard of it.
I want to check it out.
I've never really.
Because I was on
Cool.
Blore.
Yeah, I've never combed over the record store scene in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I know about the big hitters.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is actually a place called Cosmo Records, which is on Queen Street. He has a couple stores in the city, actually, but
Give me a second. I'm going to turn on the heaters.
good idea. Cosmo Records on Queen Street is neat. That guy doesn't stock reissues.
Keep going.
That guy doesn't stock any reissues. So you go in there and you're probably more likely to find an original pressing, but you'll be paying the price for the original pressing. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be paying. I went there with Sam and a coworker of ours a couple of weeks ago, and I got 2 Kiss albums, and I paid like $20 each for them. But it's not like they were new; they were older pressings. They were like not originals, but maybe 5th or 6th pressings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But he's charging accordingly. Like he had a lot of shit there. He's the kind of record store that I'd say would be more appealing to a DJ, someone that does a lot of stuff with
who works
vinyl,
in samples
because he
and
has
stuff like
a
that.
lot of
and
old
wants
school
the catalogs.
funk and soul and like
yeah.
he has a lot of old school funk, a lot of soul, a lot of breaks and stuff like that. Like he has a whole section dedicated to just breaks.
Oh my god.
Like Cosmo Records is a great little stop. And then also Invisible City, which I've not gone to. I have no idea where it is.
You need to. We need to check out Into the Abyss.
Into the Abyss.
That's the record store in Hamilton.
Yeah.
I was there the other day with Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
and fuck, that place is so cool. It's like tiny little hole in the wall. Like honestly, probably maybe two of my vans side by side.
I mean, obviously the ceiling's got to be
Oh yeah,
taller,
ceiling's taller.
Right. Okay. All right.
But yeah, no, it's really good. It's a really, really cool place, and they have like he has like tapes, he has vinyls, he has like bunch of singles, like so many 7
So many
inches.
45s. Too many 45s. I want to beef up my 45 collection a little bit more, but
And he has
they don't sound all that great.
No.
And, like if I could find songs
He has
that I
like
liked, I would.
classic, not classic punk, but he has like really underground, like deep dive in punk 45s.
Rad. That is so fucking rad. I would
Like-
love to go to this place then.
Yeah.
There's a store when I went to Ottawa called Vertigo Records, proudly not celebrating Record Store Day for a long time.
Yeah.
They're one of those places that just doesn't do it. And it's a great little store. It's like there's a lot in Ottawa from what I've been told. There's a few record stores in Ottawa, but Vertigo
I've heard that the scene is really starting to like burst in Ottawa.
Vertigo
recently.
is like they're just fucking great. Here's the thing. They have this post they made the other day. Killed by a Record Store Day. Fabricators of fake collectibles since a few years ago, and then it's two fucking people mooning.
Oh my god.
So I get that though. That makes sense to me. Fabricators of fake collectibles, and he's totally right because, you know, Record Store Day is kind of it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. The whole event of going really early in the morning and kind of like maybe camping out for a couple hours before the store opens, it's kind of fun. You know, you gotta do that once in a while. Cross that off the bucket list. Like if you don't do that on Black Friday because you're smarter, then
Yeah, exactly.
Do it
You
on
don't
Record
feel like
Store-
getting killed.
do it on Record Store Day because you meet people.
There's a lot less people.
There's a lot less people. That's not entirely true. That's not entirely true, but you're right. It's not like you're waiting outside with like 2,000 people for fucking cheap TVs. You're waiting outside
with
like,
middle-aged moms that are ready to shiv ya.
you're maybe waiting outside with a couple hundred bearded hipster douchebags that are like, you know, mansplaining to every chick in line what album that they want. I'm kind of guilty of doing this. Sorry, Emma. I apologize for mansplaining at the record store sometimes. Anyway, Record Store Day is a good time though.
Yeah.
Just kind of going around and buying shit. Like I remember last year, I got Mac DeMarco's Old Dog demos, and he did a 7-inch.
I remember how excited you were for
I was
that.
really.
You were
I was happy
stoked.
because I found them, and the covers are really nice. So
Mhm.
the covers that he did with a guy named Shamir on the 7-inch, I really quite enjoyed. Indian Summer is the name of the song that he did, and I like that better. That's that Mac DeMarco thing. Shamir is like, I'm not all too familiar with his work at all, to be honest. The only thing I've really heard is that 7-inch that I got, but I think finding the demo tape, the demo record, that was cooler. That was much cooler. Not like I didn't buy more albums that day, though. I didn't get a lot of Record Store Day exclusives that day. I only got like 2. But I
Sorry
did,
for the hum, everybody. I just need to turn the heat on.
yeah, it's
here.
cold in this car.
Because the sun's not out, so we're not getting that nice thermal heat.
I don't remember what albums, like all the albums I got. I want to say I got, I know I picked up at least 2 Black Flag albums.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just 1.
Black Flag is going back on tour.
Yeah, not with Henry Rollins, so I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Not with Rollins. All right, hang on. Maybe I have
Yeah, no, I
these-
saw that and I was like, oh shit, really?
Do I have these saved? I wonder.
We were making jokes about that last night.
Black Flag.
Or at some point. It was just like, I can't remember who I was talking to about it, but it was just like, oh, Black Flag's going on tour. Guess I should start giving a shit about things again. Oh, Black Flag's going on tour. Oh, I'm going to go spend all my money just
Cool,
to
I'm
see
gonna
Black Flag.
go get a Black Flag tattoo because I like Black Flag
Ooh.
so much. Shout out to anybody that has a Black Flag tattoo. You're actually an OG punk. Including Henry Rollins, who has 2 of them. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no,
I know Wayne has one.
Wayne has one.
Wayne has a Black
Yeah.
Flag tattoo. He showed me. We talked about it at a show once. No, that'd be cool. I mean, like, if Henry Rollins came back, I really think that's kind of my favorite era of Black Flag.
Mhm.
Except for the spoken word shit when it got weird.
Some weird ass
It got weird, but definitely like Slip It In, My War, Damaged are all solid. And I'm trying to think what albums I picked up on Record Store Day last year besides those Mac DeMarco releases. I got Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Get Happy was the other one. Remember that? One Black Flag album, and then I think I went to BMV and picked up something. I don't remember.
I know I got 2 Record Store Day releases after the fact.
After that, yeah, you managed to find some, because I remember there was a few that just kind of didn't sell, and you could walk into fucking Sunrise Records and buy them.
Yeah.
Like that Mac DeMarco one stayed on shelves for a while.
Yeah. But yeah, I got
Rage Against the Machine one that you have.
Rage Against the Machine 2000 or 2001 Democratic National Convention. That's a kick-ass album.
That's funny as fuck. They played the DNC.
Yeah. They played across the street from the DNC protesting the DNC, and then that turned into a full-fledged riot.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
But yeah, no, that's an awesome album. And then I got the Tabitha Christie First Side of the Morning split.
I remember that
single.
That wasn't specifically for that Record Store Day, but that was a Record Store Day release. And I got one too. I managed to find a copy of my own.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's another one. Like some of these just don't sell. So you can walk into like a Sunrise Records and they'll have like plentiful, so many copies. Like, oh my God, you want to know how many times the Twin Peaks soundtrack gets reissued for Record Store Day?
I can imagine.
Oh my Lord, I go there all the time.
Because hipster douchebags can't just get enough of that Twin Peaks.
It doesn't matter. They like do it every fucking year, and it's always at record stores like after the fact. Like you go to the Record Store Day section, because most of these Sunrise places, like the one at the Peterborough Mall, I know has a little shelf dedicated to like all the Record Store Day overstock they didn't sell. 80% of it is the Twin Peaks soundtrack picture disc.
Yeah.
80% of it. It's like nothing. Like that shit doesn't. There's so much Record Store Day shit that doesn't sell.
Oh yeah, I know. They're Cheech and Chong are putting out another.
You know what? I saw that and I'm like, they released this. I think they released the exact same thing
probably
last year too. But
with the pot leaf
the pot leaf 7-inch. I might buy that just for the fucking meme.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but we'll see what happens.
Oh fuck! I was in Urban Outfitters.
I love Urban
the
Outfitters.
Other day. They still have that little pump vinyl.
Of course they do. They had it in Ottawa too. They have it in Toronto.
They have
no one wants to buy
a Little Peep vinyl now.
Yeah, Little Peep got pressed on vinyl.
All of the X on vinyl. Every X
album.
Every X album.
Spotlight, Moonlight. Why you tripping? Get your mood right.
But yeah, so that's all out on them now. And
yeah, Urban Outfitters is a weird fucking store.
Yeah, Morgan and I went in there the other day because I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to see if I can just find like some nice striped T-shirts. Some simple striped T-shirts.
If you buy your albums at Urban Outfitters, you're either like smart and know that pressings like that are going to be worth a load of money one day, or you're a 13-year-old girl with a Crosley Cruiser record player and you don't know any better. Holy shit! Did I ever tell you what little Urban Outfitters did for Lil Pump's
no
self-titled? They released 5,000 copies of his debut album on a pink cassette tape.
Okay, yeah.
And I have mentioned this before. I feel like I have. And they're all really fucking expensive now.
Oh, fuck.
And Anthony Fantano has a copy that he got from a fan, and he hasn't opened it.
You mentioned that one to me. Mentioned that.
Yeah, Urban Outfitters did that. They're never going to do it again. They have tapes at Urban Outfitters, too, which is neat.
I know.
But... man, I don't know. Cassette tapes are as neat as I think cassette tapes are.
I was at work.
It's not like a feasible option for listening to music nowadays. Isn't. It's so flawed. Like, I totally understand.
Yeah.
I totally understand why my parents are like, why are you buying cassettes? I'm like, I think they're kind of cool, but I do not think they sound any better than a CD for sure. No. Like, if you can find a cassette.
CD is the superior.
Here's the thing with cassettes. If you go to a thrift store and you find one that looks pristine, or you find one by a specific artist, like, I'll tell you this much now, Yes fans take care of their tapes.
Yeah.
Because every Yes album I own on cassette sounds very good.
Yeah.
Like, it has never been played or anything like that, right? But, like, other shit, just like, tapes are so prone to warping and just getting demagnetized.
Yeah,
and
they play out easy.
They play out, yeah. Like, you can wear out a tape so much easier than you can wear out a record, unless you're like a DJ.
Yeah.
But, I'm excited for Record Store Day. If we can make this happen, that'll be an interesting video. We could probably even make a video out of it.
Yeah, that'd be a good time.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah, no.
The Record Store Day video.
Talking about Lil Pump.
Right. Sorry, Urban Outfitters.
No, it's okay.
Urban Outfitters.
No, this isn't Urban Outfitters. This is straight up Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
I was at work the other day, and I got this notification on my phone. Because I get notifications on my phone like, hey, this new trailer, like from past searches and stuff like that, my general interest, like, hey, this trailer for this thing that you, like, dropped, or, like, this movie is released today, or, like, this band that you, like, put out this album today. For whatever fucking reason, I got a notification saying that Lil Pump's new album got released.
Yeah.
And, like, he's never played on my phone before.
Google's listening to our conversation. It remembers the day I came to Mississauga.
Google knows, and I'm like, I don't want to know about his fucking album.
I heard it wasn't that good.
I don't need his fucking album.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Yeah,
Fantano gave it a 4. Fantano gave it a 4. He gave his first album a 7. Do you know what else he gave a 7? Kendrick Lamar's Damn. So he thinks
such a better album.
He thinks that Damn and Lil Pump's fucking self-titled album, or Jet Ski, or whatever the fuck it's called,
that
are
fucking
on the same level. He's wrong.
He's wrong.
Y'all know this is just his opinion, though,
Fantano.
Right? I love Anthony Fantano. Never mind. I have the Anthony Fantano slip mat that he released. I have it. I had it hanging on my wall. I took it down because I was just trying to declutter. But I got a Fantano slip mat. I'm pretty happy to own that. But yeah, no, Urban Outfitters, bro. They got some whack ass fucking music on sale for vinyl. Like, you know what?
You gotta move your mic closer to you there.
I apologize. I'll tell you what. A lot of those releases are probably going to be worth a fair bit of money one day. So act fast. However, some of them are totally going to be like
nothing. Dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap, yeah. But you know, Record Store Day. I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm stoked. When I saw that Death Grips was gonna have an album out, I was immediately like, okay, I got to do it again this year. Like, I kind of had no reason to do it before reading that list, and now I'm like, I gotta do it.
So I have.
What have?
I have something here.
What is that?
So, for school, I have to take electricity and electronics.
Okay.
And my project for electricity and electronics is either building or repairing something.
Right.
So I have here.
Is this why you wanted to hang out with me today?
No.
Okay.
I have a Kent CR21 condenser microphone.
Open it up.
It is It's a Japanese microphone from the 60s.
Okay.
I paid about $25 US for it.
Where'd you buy it? eBay?
eBay.
Okay.
Yeah. These things in pristine or at least decent working condition can be worth about $200.
Okay.
According to Reverb.
Okay.
I want you to take a look at this thing and tell me your first thoughts about it.
A little bit dusty. Is that connection supposed to be like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Because this is the cable that it came with. I've re-soldered the cable and everything like that to make it smaller. Cause
I want to say that the only problem might be this.
It doesn't matter
in terms of like cosmetics. Like, I know someone's probably gonna want.
Yeah, no worries.
Is it magnetic? How does that work?
Screw in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't really see a problem with it. You tell me what the
you know
problem
what? No, you know what my teacher's first words were when he saw it?
What?
It looks like a vibrator.
Looks like a vibrator. Most microphones do. I don't know. Frank Zappa famously said that a Telefunken U47 looks like a vibrator. So.
And then the other thing is that it looks like a good old 60s game show host microphone.
That too. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. This thing has been a bitch to me because I can't get into this middle section here. There's a middle section in it where I just cannot get into, and I need to get into there to try to see if I can, get to the wiring.
Holding a mic and trying to untwist this thing is very
Yeah,
difficult. So, here, Duncan is going to hold my mic.
I am currently holding his microphone. So that's the cartridge. I've already tried twisting that. It doesn't do anything. Here's a click.
I'm gonna stop. I don't know. You can try maybe.
I'm just gonna keep fucking around with it.
Trying to wiggle it out of place, maybe with a pair of needle nose pliers.
Yeah.
Pleasant noises. Oh. It's not going back in. Am I doing this right? I'm retarded.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Right tight.
I'll put that
You
back
figure
together.
it out. All right.
Yeah.
Looks like a vibrator, I guess.
Oh, you put it backwards. That's why.
Hey guys, I'm retarded. All right. I'm a little retarded.
Who went to school for?
I'm a little retarded. All right. We got like 10 minutes
We
before
got
I
10
gotta
minutes.
get back home. Unfortunately, this is gonna be a pretty short podcast.
Yeah.
Like I said on the fucking apology video, maybe it'll be a long one. Maybe it won't. No fucking promises though. So we're gonna finish it up by saying.
Actually, you know what? I do want to mention something. It was something that we both missed out on last night.
Which was? Oh, congratulations to Cleopatra for having fucking Pup at your set. Jesus Christ. And play. Holy fuck. They opened for them, not even.
Yeah.
That's
pure fucking insanity.
That's insanity. Sam,
sorry, I have to take a little bit of a geek out moment.
Oh.
I'm mad that I couldn't go. I talked to Luke beforehand, like literally that week, if not the week before it, and I told him that I was playing that night. He's just like, "Oh, dude, don't even worry about it." Luke, you should have told me to fucking worry about it.
Dude, he was trying to look. He was afraid someone would have snitched. Someone would have fucking told, like, you know.
Yeah, I would have gotten too excited.
You probably, yeah. Sam fucking told me. I forgot last night. Otherwise, I totally would have DM'd him. I totally forgot. I had $15 burning a hole in my pocket. I would have gone. It was apparently a secret show, and you were like invited, and then you could invite others.
Yes.
If you wanted, right?
Yes, you could.
So Sam invited me, and I forgot. It was yesterday, but holy shit, I would have came a little.
Yeah.
I would have came and then came a little. Fucking Pup. Oh my god. Yeah, that's insane.
In Luke's basement?
In Luke's basement.
Basement.
That's mental. That's insane.
Yeah. Pure insanity.
Pure insanity. I wish I was there.
Yeah, no. When cuz I did the cover contest.
Yeah.
That's it. That Pup did out.
Erica Teasdale's band made it into that music video.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty fucking neat.
I didn't do a video or anything like that, but I got a couple emails from them saying like, "Hey, this is really kick-ass." But yeah, it was a good time, and I think that music video for Free at Last is probably one of the best examples of a band keeping a solid foot with their fan base. Like, just keeping tight with their fan base.
Yeah. Pup's kind of cool. I sort of fell off their fan wagon after high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like some of their tracks. I own both of their albums, but I just kind of fell off. I got burnt out. I was like, it's one of those like high school bands that you kind of revisit just for like nostalgia. Now that's how Pup is for me. But I haven't listened to them in a long time. Seeing them live, however, 100% would love to.
Mm-hmm.
I would totally go see Pup live. Those guys are.
Morgan and I are going to see them at the Danforth.
When?
June, I believe.
I got stuff going on.
Something like that. It's already sold. Like, it's completely sold out.
Yeah.
I think all their Canadian dates are sold out, except for the one that they just put up in July at Echo Beach.
My cousin wants to go see that.
Yeah.
I saw that the other day. That got posted on
Facebook. I'm tempted to get those tickets, but those tickets are also fucking expensive.
I can imagine.
Because it's them, Charlie Bliss, and I can't remember who else. But it's a solid lineup.
Yo, if Frank Turner fucking Pup and what was the other band that you always Days and Days played a set, that would be like your grade 12 dream set there.
It's just like
it'd be like your grade 12 wet dream there. Man, I don't know. It would have been sick. I wish I could have gone, but I totally fucking forgot.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go hang out with Sam in like 10 minutes now, so he's probably gonna go and tell me how great it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I gotta get drunk and listen to it. Love you, Sam. All right. I think we should probably
we will wrap it
there.
up there.
Thank you for listening to this very short, but I think very fun,
sweet,
very
and
sweet
very fun
episode of End of the Week.
In the back of my van.
Tune in next week when we next week. Jesus Christ.
Yay.
Tune in next month. We might have a Record Store Day video
or something. We may do something.
We should do something. That would be neat.
Hopefully, you know what? Sometime during the summer, we should do this again because will be warmer.
In the van, you mean?
In the van.
You gotta get some fucking sound pads.
Yeah.
You gotta get better.
No, where's
acoustics
the
in
fun
this
in that?
Get some stools. You gotta like do a proper studio. Get like an inflatable air couch, put in the back. Then we can truly be the Bang Bus.
I mean, Morgan and I are already thinking about taking the seats out at some point during the summer and just going on
Road trip camping type deal.
yeah, a little bit of a road trip camp.
That's smart.
Go up north a little bit.
Minivans are pretty versatile little things too, so you could totally get away
Oh
with that.
yeah.
But yeah, recording in the back of Duncan's van. Let me tell you, there's broken glass everywhere.
Crumbs, leaves.
It's great, man. It totally happened again. I'm digging it. All right, everyone. That was the end of the month podcast. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm Ethan.
I'm Duncan.
And we'll see you next month.
Go check out the playlist on Spotify.
Go follow us at Father Gomer and
Emo Dad
on all social media platforms that use the @ feature to
use that
username.
good old
Use that
@
good old @ you know, Twitter and Twitter and Instagram. Go follow us there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next month.
See ya.